What an amazing young man. Let's give Ollie a big round of applause.
That I included that in the introduction because my dad was kind of the mic drop moment. So we'll work on something else to come. So what I want to cover tonight, obviously, who wants to see someone get hypnotized?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, who wants to be hypnotized? Beautiful. Who wants more freedom and confidence in their life?
Yeah.
Exactly. I think we're all here to get better tonight, right? That's what we came for. Leave a little bit better than when we came there. So what I want to go over tonight is hypnosis. There's so many misconceptions, right? Tamara was just talking about getting hate online. I get the weirdest comments, right? Because you've got the science people that are saying, it's a total scam, it's a wacky, there's nothing to it. And then you've got the spiritual people telling me that I'm channeling demons. So, I just want to break that down for you guys tonight, right? So, and everyone asks me, they're like, oh, I can't make eye contact with you. I was at one of Isaac's events, a networking event recently. There was one chair left and it was next to me. And the woman that went and sat in it, she'd seen me hypnotizing someone, so she wouldn't make eye contact with me. She sat next to me and just did this. So, sorry to this point, I'm not Medusa, and I'm not taking my pants off. Just so that you know. So, yeah, sorry for that expectation. But what we're going to get into is, now, this is really awesome. I love that it's an intimate event tonight, because I've never shared any of this on stage before. You really can't get this information anywhere else in the world, because unfortunately, we're mostly in a profit-based system, right? We've got a system that's designed around keeping people as recurring customers instead of making changes, instead of having breakthroughs. Because once someone is fixed, they can move on and they can have that impact, they can have the life that you want. And what I want you to realize right now, and what you'll realize by the end of the night, is it's easier for you to be your best self than it is to be the version of you that's limited. Now, this is my first time on stage, but it's easier for me to move forwards with confidence than it is to come up here and be shy and timid. So oftentimes what we default to, because we're unfamiliar, is actually harder to do than if we just stepped into our best. It's easier for you to go for the massive goal, because any size goal requires work, but the massive goal has the reward you actually want. The small goal that you tell yourself is achievable, it doesn't really have a satisfying payoff. There's a level that we want to reach, but we don't give ourselves the permission to reach it. All you need to do is give yourself that permission. 2 weeks ago, I was sat at Dreamfest, and I said to Mitch, I want to be on stage with that guy. 2 weeks later, I'm at an event on stage with this guy. But that is the kind of thing that just happens. I didn't try very hard. This week, I actually haven't worked very much. I've enjoyed my life. And it sounds kind of crazy because I was a personal trainer in the gym from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. every single day. And I made $300 a week. I was working my ass off, getting absolutely nothing for it. So this is what I mean. It's harder to be your worst self than it is to be your best self. Joe, can I draw on the board?
Sure.
Is that all good, Morgan? Your board? Perfect. So what I want to break into today, conscious mind versus subconscious mind. I'm going to hypnotize all of you. But
Yay!
I just want to double check, right? Is everyone okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. And this stuff I haven't broken down anywhere else, right? This took me many, many years to learn. This is the breakthrough that I've helped people with severe depression in an instant walk away as a totally different person. I've seen people with smoking addictions, meth addictions, coke addictions, alcoholism, gone in 60 minutes. Change is not hard. Change is something that is misunderstood. And just because of the profit system, it's actually very simple, but it's not wanted to be that simple. That's why we don't already know it yet. So it sounds too good to be true because certain people want you to believe it's too good to be true. So what we're going to do, my first time using a whiteboard on stage. I feel fancy now. Let's go.
Great
So-
circle.
Yeah, pretty good, eh? So if you think about it, this is your mind, right? And we've got two different parts to the mind. And can you see there's two different parts there? Just check it. So this is your subconscious mind. That is your conscious mind. That's the part of our mind that we think with every single day. But it's our subconscious that determines what's going on in our mind. Research has shown that your conscious mind controls and processes 150 to 250 bits of information per second. The subconscious mind is processing 150 million to 250 million bits of information per second. We have this conscious reliance. We want to use our thoughts. We want to feel like we're in control, but we're not. It's the subconscious that's going on. So your subconscious determines your life. Your conscious mind is a piece of shit. It's what you think with, but it's not useful. Get rid of relying on it, right? I didn't write a script. I didn't rehearse any of this today because so often what we do is we need to dress well to feel like our best self. We need everything outside of us to be going right in order to feel good. But the thing is, then you're always going to be at the mercy of your external conditions. We have to lead from state first. And this is what we're going to get into with hypnosis. Boom. Yes. Perfect. Cool. Now, what I'd like everyone to do, that's all the drawing I'm going to do today. That is it. What? Yeah, little signature at the bottom. Cool. What we're going to get into right now, could everybody put both hands up in the air? If you're holding onto a camera, you don't have to. Awesome. Okay. The hypnosis is already working. You can put them down now. That's just a little joke to get us started. But it's an example of how our brain is really working at all times. And if you understand this, you'll understand hypnosis. Now, because it's an intimate crowd, I can tell you everything, right? If you copy exactly what I do, you will know how to hypnotize straight away. People think it's some incredible thing. I learned from an 8-minute YouTube video. I watched one video and I tried on 5 people and then it didn't work. First person I tried on was my little brother and he goes over like this. I thought he was taking the piss. It worked straight away, but then I was so busy going, that's weird. Then I didn't do anything with it. Next 4 people it didn't work on, and I did a little bit more research, but I want to help you all understand that today. Because when you put your hands up in the air, you did that because you had a positive expectation. There wasn't a positive result to it, but you had that expectation. And that's how our brain is working all of the time. Any action you take, it's because you have the anticipation of a positive outcome from it. When you text your ex, when you hide at a social event, when you don't go up to that person you just wanted to speak to, it's because your brain has a positive anticipation to it. If you get up and you go eat cheesecake from the fridge, it's because your brain has already played you taking those steps off the couch, stuff in your face, enjoying it, and sitting back down on the couch going about your evening. Your brain didn't play the part where you look in the mirror next morning, and your face is puffy and you're sweaty and you got hot flashes because you ate too much sugar last night. That's not what your brain is playing. What your brain is playing determines the actions that you want to take. Now, all of you in your mind, if you could turn to the person next to you, hopefully you know them. If not, it's a bit weird. But I forgot what I was going to say for a second. How many windows does your bedroom have? Just turn to the person next to you and tell them why.
One, two. There's like 1, 2, 1.
Does it? Okay, that's enough window talk. Always an interesting question, right? And some people have to explain that there's not like one window kind of blends into the next window and all this going on. But this is all that hypnosis is. Hypnosis is the art of going somewhere else mentally. You just went somewhere else mentally, not necessarily productively, but you left the present moment. And for some of you, the image would have been very clear in your mind. For some of you, it would have been a feeling. For others of you, you just knew that there was 3 without knowing how you knew. So visualization or these guided meditations, everyone's subconscious mind is different. And sometimes a lot of us here are ADHD. There's no one that's not ADHD anymore. Stop saying it. Everyone is. Get on with your life, okay? You can have a label or you can have results. Don't let that shit hold you back. It's boring. So many people tell me this. Oh, I've got ADHD, I'm not sure if it'll work for you. Yeah, it always does. Everyone. If you're here, you're driven. What are you doing on a Thursday night? You're a driven person, you know? So if you've got that, it's useful. Don't lose it. Don't victimize yourself because of it. So if you've got an active mind, I couldn't be a monk. I tried. I tried to find silence in my mind, and I'm sure a lot of us have, right? But that sense of peace, in order to get enlightenment, doing nothing doesn't often lead to results, right? In business, doing nothing doesn't exactly get us results. In a relationship, doing nothing is going to get you a pretty negative result pretty quickly. But for some reason, there's this misconception that doing nothing in our mind is going to lead to positive results. It's not. So what I want to get into with all of you now is, this is the hypnosis. I've done this at events, right? The last person I did this on, I spent about 5 minutes going through this. And 6 or 7 days later, he said, hey bro, landed my dream job in real estate. Hey bro, landed a modeling contract, my first ever contract. Hey bro, just got news back that they can do an operation on my teeth that they told me would never be possible. And I've seen so much wild shit that I have the obligation to take you through this tonight. The ultimate sin is wasted potential.
Boom.
And if you're in this room, stop fucking playing small. The world needs you because you're the driven ones. You're the ones that are actually here to do something. And you could be the person that saves someone else's life. The time that I realized I had to take advantage of this, when I knew I had to go all in, I actually legally can't tell the full story because of how our medical system is set up. But there was someone who was getting treatment. He was suicidal. And his wife calls me because she was worried that he wasn't going to make it out. She was worried that his treatment wasn't working. He needed help. And I go into his room and he's in bed. He's got his hoodie up, barely speaking, mumbling to me, meh, not giving me much at all. And then sat on his bed. Is that 2 minutes left? Jesus, sorry. My bad. Very sorry. Fucking hell. Holy crap. Damn. Okay, let's wrap this up real quick. Okay, let's go. All right. Big mic drop real quick. Okay, cool. Just stop laughing. I need to. All right, so anyway, he wasn't laughing. He was in his bed fucking miserable. And right beside him, right, I'm hypnotizing him, I'm putting him in trance, and he's in trance, it was cool. But I look to the left, on his bedside table, he has 2 kids, must be like 6 and 8 years old with their backpack on. If I fucked up, if I didn't walk out of there with a result, those 2 boys weren't gonna have a father for much longer. And you might be the person, one Instagram story. My life has changed as the result of one Instagram story too many times to fucking count. One post, one conversation, one stranger on the street could be life or death. You never know. That was my mic drop moment because I accidentally told you all that my dad nearly died. So, good. There we go. Cool, everybody, real quick, follow instructions. The more you put into this, the more you'll get out of this. I'm not going to turn you into a chicken. You're not going to die. Perfect. Everyone, put your hands together for me like this. Nice, beautiful. Look at your fingers. Squeeze your hands nice and tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Beautiful. Take your 2 fingers apart. And I want you all to look at your fingers now. Look at those fingers, and in a moment, I want you to imagine a ring wrapping around those. Maybe a bit of string or something. Look at your fingers and imagine that in a moment they're going to get closer and closer and closer until in a moment they begin to touch. And I want you to imagine now that it's like they're magnets being pulled into each other. Imagine that there's magnets attached to your fingers until in a moment they are so tight that they are stuck. And the harder you try to move them, the more stuck they become. If they're not already touching, go ahead and press them together now. Perfect. And now they are stuck. Try to move them apart. Notice that you can't. Perfect. And relax, let go, all the way down. Some of you, your fingers are unstuck. Some of you notice that very quickly. Others of you, put your hand up if you didn't notice that.
Didn't notice the...
Put your hand up if your fingers were stuck. Okay. Put your hand up if your fingers weren't stuck. Cool. Now I'll get hate comments online. It doesn't work, it's a scam. They're going along with it. They're in on the joke. No. If you were imagining that your fingers were magnets, they'd be fucking coming together, wouldn't they? So if you're not doing it, you're not following instructions. Now there's a second time usually where I go through and I get you to properly follow instructions, but we don't have time for that tonight. What I do want to leave you with is if everybody could just close their eyes real quick. Perfect. Now, in your mind, take a deep breath in. Good night. Deep breath in. I want you to imagine yourself on a beach. White sand underneath your feet, clear blue skies. You can hear the wind whistling through the leaves and softly blowing on your face. And what I want you to imagine now, as you walk down this beach, with every step the sand gets softer and softer, you just find yourself feeling a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more present, a little bit more calm. Every sound that you hear draws you in deeper and deeper. When I say the word sleep, you're not actually going to sleep. Your eyes will close, your body will relax. You'll still be aware of what's going on around you, but you will be focused in on my voice. Take a deep breath in. 5, 4, 3, and just sleep all the way down, completely relax, all the way deep, letting yourself drift more and more. Now, being this person on this beach, you notice a figure in the distance. And as you get closer, you start to recognize this person. You start to recognize their face. And as you approach them, you recognize your younger self. And as you walk up to them, you realize they have tears in their eyes. So you ask them, why are you crying? And they tell you. Now I want you to tell them how special they are. Tell them how much you love them, how much they mean to you, how capable they are. Show them that they're going to change a lot of fucking lives, and give them a hug. And as you do, start to notice them grow up in your very arms. And before you know it, you're staring at the best version of yourself. You look into their eyes and you see how much love they have for themselves, how much confidence, how much power and faith and freedom they have. Everything. I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to merge with this person. And being this person, on that beach, you see a white light. And this white light is so dense, it is like a sun. But this sun represents love. It is so light, it is so dense, it is like a sun of pure potential, of pure love. Not yet, but in a moment, I want you to start walking towards that ball. And in a moment, you're going to allow it to move through you. Allow it to wash away all of the insecurities, everyone else's stories, all of the fear, all of the pain, all of the worries. Do that now. Just bring it through you. Allow it to wash away the pain of the past. 5, coming back, feeling more energized, feeling more clear and free, getting ready to be excited, to dominate your day, to feel absolutely amazing. 4, ready to step into your best self. 3, 2, 1. Eyes open, wide awake, on your feet, stand up, own it. Woo! Yeah! Teaser. Light trance, life-changing already. This is permanent as you move through subconscious change. I don't consciously feel any different. You don't need to. You don't need to be aware of the level that you're changing at, because it's down here that guides us. Message me in a week, message me in a month. Tell me how you're feeling. If you want to step into this version of you even sooner, message me, Dominate, on Instagram. I've got an audio that starts your day. You go 10 times deeper, and you'll succeed 10 times faster.
Ollie, how great. You guys can sit now.